Hi, and welcome back to Wicked Ones Tarot. My name is Carmen, and today we have a reading for you about somebody that is coming to the realization or seeing signs that basically validate that they walked away from something that was actually really important to them. They may have made quite the effort to, kind of like brush it under the rug or forget about how they felt or what they said. But at the end of the day, this is somebody realizing that when they walked away from a love opportunity, it was the wrong call. So let's call in spirit with a little bit of wind chime time. And I hope you're having a wonderful day so far. Let's start off with the beginner's tarot and see what else we have for you. Hey there, Peggy. How are you doing? All right. What do we have? Well, struggles with shuffling, I guess. Page of Cups in the reverse. Three of Swords. King of Pentacles. So I get from this that for the majority of you, this individual is likely to have Taurus, Capricorn, or Virgo in their charts. But more importantly, I get kind of like somebody that is used to doing things a certain way. So this isn't somebody who surprises people very often, right? They have maybe like a very, I don't know, like strong reputation for certain attributes, like maybe being stubborn or set in their ways, that kind of thing. But there's also a sense of like immaturity or not having really like traveled the world or experienced things that they needed to. Hi there, Dr. Strangelove. Hello there, April Sunshine. How we doing? This person didn't always get like kid glove treatment when they were younger. So I feel like they don't believe in doing that for others, if that makes sense. For some of you, this person was raised by somebody from the military kind of background where disciplinarianism was a really big thing. That has something to do with how they are now, obviously. We have the Chariot in the reverse. Judgment again. So Judgment was the very first card that came out. And the Tower in the reverse. There was a moment where this King of Pentacles had a getaway vehicle. And I kind of feel like you were that vehicle. An opportunity for this person to change their life, change who they connected to, what they invested in. And I feel like it was an opportunity to avoid further karmic debt. But this person didn't follow their intuition. They made the wrong call. And it ended up hurting them. Not just in like I'm a little bit heartbroken, I miss you kind of way, but also in I have fewer options available to me now in terms of how I move forward. So there was some tough pills to swallow for this King of Pentacles. And this Tower in the reverse suggests there were things that this king needed to walk away from or needed to reconsider that they didn't really feel like they needed to prioritize. So I feel like the universe took that from them in some way. It's like the example coming to my mind is I did keto I've done it a couple times, but like one of the first times I did it, I realized just how much sugar was in everything, obviously, like pasta sauce, for example, but also just like the ridiculous like truckloads of it in certain treats that I liked. I used to love these like animal crackers that had like frosting on them with little sprinkles. And after I quit keto that first time, and I tried to like eat some of those things that I couldn't eat for a long time, I literally just had zero taste for it. I was just kind of like, eh. No, not my thing anymore. So I feel like there's something here about losing taste for something that had once been this person's thing. So this could be like a vice, this could be a habit. Don't feel like it's a good one, but there's something here that they used to really like that they no longer like. It could be, being overly sexual. It could be, gambling. I don't know, any sorts of things, right? But we've got somebody that realized that was causing stagnation in their life and that they needed to make some sort of progress. And then another opportunity comes around. I wonder what this other opportunity is. The Ace of Pentacles is a very good sign, especially because we have the Knight of Pentacles right before the Ace of Pentacles. It feels to me like this is somebody who is prepared to see another opportunity come by. I don't know if we've got a lesson learned here or not. We might need to pull a few oracle cards and see. And then the Hermit in the reverse comes out. Wow. So I think there was a missed call or an ignoring of intuition that may have actually been righted. This combination of Hermit in the reverse, Hierophant, and King of Wands makes me feel like somebody realized where they were going wrong and that there was a different perspective that would be helpful for them and a willingness to change. I don't want to live that way anymore. I'm going to be who I want to be. So there may have been some pressure to be a little bit more callous than this King of Wands really is. There could be some sense of pressure in terms of what kind of industry or profession this person goes into. But I feel like there's a sense of reassessing priorities and dismissing some things that just don't suit this person anymore. And it's going well for them, even though it may have been initially painful. We have number 18, number 21, and number 26. Palm or destiny. Hi there, David. How are you doing? Recycle, recover, and fence, boundaries. My gut tells me that this King of Wands learned the value of boundaries in terms of how to implement some of his own, because he ran into a situation in love where somebody had boundaries. They initially kind of laughed at it. Like, this kind of feels to me like a haughty confidence, or kind of like almost ridiculing somebody for having boundaries, for not letting them just, I don't know, be difficult. They did come out as the King of Pentacles, to be fair. That's not a bad energy to come out as. But in this case, it could signify that we had somebody that was a little bit too focused on the material things in life. But again, I still like that this person came out in the upright. So we have Queen of Wands or Queen of Rods in the reverse, the Four of Pentacles in the reverse, and the Nine of Wands in the reverse. Don't really care for these cards being in the reverse. especially because we're clarifying this Hanged Man with this Queen of Wands in the reverse. To be honest, it kind of feels to me like our King of Pentacles at some point encountered a person that wanted to manipulate them, possibly through actual, like, I'm going to try and put a spell on you bullshit. Possibly just highly manipulative. I do think this person was prone to being jealous and struggled to let go. So there could be like a really unhealthy relationship dynamic that put this King of Pentacles kind of in like a precarious situation or in an environment where he would be more likely to choose a darker lifestyle, like a more prone to toxic issues, codependency. I like this. I like this a lot. If you resonate with this King of Pentacles, King of Wands, I would give you a high five right now. Because we have the Sun followed by this King of Wands. So we have the King of Wands right here and the Hermit in the reverse right here. It's like I'm looking back on what I did or what I could do differently, realizing that there could have been a better approach, a better perspective. And here we have that same King of Wands looking at the Sun, which is enlightenment. This is somebody, I think, accepting what the true path to happiness is, and it isn't what somebody told them it would be. So I feel like there's a sense of somebody taking their own life into their own hands and not relying on the opinions of others in terms of how I can look happy. This person actually wants to be happy and they're making changes as a result, right? Hello there, Russell. How are you doing? Hello, Drew. Welcome in. Then we have the Wheel of Fortune and the Moon. There was a hidden blessing here. I think this is the opportunity the King of Wands missed. I really feel like there's something about this opportunity coming back around. Something like pulls on this King of Wands energy and lets them know there's a door opening for them somewhere where they could have a happier existence. Ten of Wands in the reverse, Page of Pentacles in the reverse, and the Lovers. It's been, I think, an overwhelming new beginning, filled with like the difficult moments, the loneliness, but also the sense of independence and I can do this kind of energy. But I think we have somebody that finally realizes that they have a choice and that they can choose to be happy. I think this is somebody realizing how to make themselves happy instead of expecting other people to do that for them. Well, I love that. Ace of Wands or Ace of Rods plus the Ace of Swords, two swords coming out at the same time, or two aces. That's beautiful. Knight of Pentacles in the reverse and the Two of Swords, which is interesting. All right. So again, we have somebody that was delayed or had to deal with some sort of obstacle that took them off course. They couldn't actually get to their destination as quickly as they wanted to, right? This is like getting delayed and missing your connecting flight. This person had to take a little bit more time to see something the right way, to see something they missed. It's like sometimes you watch a really good movie and you're paying attention, but you still feel like you need to watch it a second time because there are little details that you might pick up the next time that you watch it. I think this is one of those things where this King of Wands is seeing a repeat. Like, I know this pattern, I know what's going on. I think my intuition's trying to tell me that there's going to be another opportunity, and I need to be like aware. I need to take advantage of that opportunity because this, to me, if anything, is screaming, I'm going to be honest with myself about what is an opportunity and what is not, what I should be doing and what is not worth my time. Because I don't want to get stuck again. And I know there's a choice coming. All right, let's get a few more oracle cards for you. How about the situations deck? There was at one point a question of whether or not something was really over. The divorce card in the reverse is, to me, less about a piece of paper or an actual divorce and more so about whether or not somebody was willing to consider a serious relationship. Then we have come together and reconciliation. I'm willing to admit what I want, and this is what I need, even though I was resisting it. But then we have this meeting card that says 2 or more people, discussions, and planning, and projected. So it's weird to me that the meeting card is in the reverse. And I feel like this is going to probably indicate that for many of you, you might make plans or you might think there is going to be a conversation and that gets delayed. So you might get a notification, you might get an invite, but things have to get rescheduled or things get delayed. And I think it's, if I'm honest, I think it's partially life being, ridiculous, and also partially somebody being a bit nervous. I don't think this is a conversation they've had very many times. We'll put it that way. All right, let's go with the Black Tarot. It'll match my shirt. Yeah, I think that's a pretty fair rule you got there, Drew. I'm not currently on my toes, though, so I hope that's okay. All right, we've got the 6 of Cups, the Lovers, and the 3 of Cups in the reverse. So the number 6 is likely important. You may see that repeating, or you may have a birth date or anniversary date or something like that. But it is kind of repeating at this point, especially since we had the Lovers twice. This is a strong connection that somebody is not able to forget. And I feel like this has been something they have learned to live with, even as they've been with other people. So you know them better than I do. This person is either like a serial monogamous, and even though they've been in relationships, they still think of you, or they still want to be with you. Or this is somebody who is maybe even just trying to have like a couple of one-night stands to try to forget about you, and that's not really helping. So I think there's a genuine connection that they thought they could walk away from that is proving to be a little more difficult than they expected. We have the Queen of Cups in the reverse, the Ooh, 8 of spheres in the reverse. Spheres being the pentacles, by the way. And 4 of cups in the reverse. I don't think this person was ready to put in any time or energy. And I think you realized that and you were like, okay, bye. Like that clip from Euphoria. I think there's something here that was a little unnerving for this King of Wands because they realized that you weren't like just hooked and unable to move forward. Magician in the reverse. Whatever shenanigans this person is used to working on other people does not work on you. Like the example in my mind is like straight out of Twilight. Edward not being able to read Bella's mind. There's something here where this King of Wands, which by the way is generally the most attractive masculine energy in the deck, and they've come out twice as the King of Wands, this person has something alluring about them. They draw in attention, possibly through just like the very energy that they present, their take charge attitude. Perhaps they're very creative, passionate. They might be the type to get into fights. But this is somebody who goes for what they want, right? This person has some sort of magic that works on love interests and might get them a little bit obsessed with them. You can use your imagination, but it's effective, but not on you. They couldn't hook you. You were like, oh, no, okay, deuces. It's important to believe that you can have a very strong and, even life-changing connection with somebody, but also important to know that you are capable of finding happiness on your own with somebody new, whatever that looks like, right? I think this person was expecting you to be just like kind of obsessed with them. And you were like, nah, not my style. But they've had a few people obsessed with them before. They might use like jealous competition as a way to get people kind of like to pursue them. King of Wands in the reverse, the Tower in the reverse, and the 5 of Wands. As I was talking about jealous competition, the card for competition comes out. Yeah, I think this person was getting emotional closeness in a different way than most people do. And I think they did probably more on the sexual side or the physical side, but realized that that was kind of empty. Realized that maybe it wasn't as fun as it used to be. Hey there, Ben. How are you doing? You're good, David. All right. What else do we have? The Fool in the reverse. Interesting that flipped the Fool in the upright. I think we have someone trying to do better, but they have to make sure they take advantage of this opportunity. It's an opportunity to deal with their trauma, an opportunity to deal with what has broken their heart. And I do think those are two separate things. I think the King of Wands is probably resistant to really being close to someone because of some trauma. And if they address one, they can address the other. Does that make sense? It kind of feels like there's an opportunity within an opportunity. Like a two for the price of one. If you solve this, then things get easier for you to also have a good relationship, that kind of thing. The Emperor in the reverse. The most important lesson here for this King of Wands is not to manipulate the situation, not to need control in order to feel, I think, safe or not be worried about a situation. Hi there, Ben. How are you doing? Let's get a few cards from the Earth and Bone Oracle. Number 23, Fate. Cycles, alignment, decisive moments, opportunistic events. I think that's pretty clear. Yeah, there's an opportunity here for somebody to improve their life, but they're going to have a choice. It's a cycle coming back around with a very similar opportunity. Number 37, Shadow. Wholeness, integration, repressed emotions, and mystery. I think part of what this King of Wands sees in this opportunity is a bit of mystery. Because let's be real, I have not seen much about this other person. I don't know if you're the other person or your person's the other person, but we have somebody here that I think has kind of captured this King of Wands, and there's not a lot known about this person. There's a lot of mystery here. I haven't used these in a while. The everyday witch, we might need just a little bit more information on who this King of Wands is thinking about. Six of Cups, someone they've known for a while. Two of Pentacles. This indicates to me somebody who has their shit together, but could also actually point to this starting as a friendship or only ever really being a friendship. There might have been something that blocked anything beyond being platonic with each other. Six of Swords. I'm telling you, the number 6 is important. I said that over here, and now we've had two other sixes come out. And the Four of Cups in the reverse, which also came out previously. So there's advice here to pursue what makes your heart jump. There's a curiosity here or a need to unravel this mystery. And the Six of Swords tells me when you pursue that, that's when things get better. So it sounds like somebody is admitting that they want some, legitimate emotional connection. But I hope you enjoyed the reading. Thank you everyone for the likes and the subscribes. Hi there, Leah. How are you doing? I will be back with another reading shortly, and I hope to see you on that one too. Bye, guys.